Well, it's 2:45. We're about halfway to Fuel Cleveland. Frank, my road dog, Checker, she's doing all right. So don't be a dumbass like me. And I didn't realize, or I forgot. I did realize, but I forgot. There's an hour time change where I lose an hour going there from where I live. So, like a dumb shit, I literally had everything planned to where I'd be on time and everything was good, because check-in for Fuel Cleveland's today between 12 and 8 p.m. Well, it's an 8-hour car ride for me. GPS says 8:15 when I get there now, and I probably have one more fuel stop, and so it'd probably be 9 o'clock. Oopsie. So, long story short, make sure you check and don't be a dumbass like me. And plan for traffic. Apparently, I didn't plan for traffic on old I-70 heading east. It's what we like to call gridlock. We're moving at a rapid speed of 7 miles an hour and have been for the last 14 miles. It's giving me a chance to really enjoy the wonderful weather we're having, because we're riding in a van with no air conditioning, no anything. It's just a motor and wheels and a hauling bikes apparatus is all it is. Nothing fancy. And it's where we sleep when we get to these places. So like we camp in the back of the van. So let's just say it's a little bit stuffy in here. And by the way, Frank keeps farting on me, and those are the worst. I'll keep you updated here in a little bit when we get to Fuel Cleveland or the next gas stop.
Dream out the door, met up with the gambler, both too tired to sleep, so we took turns to stare out the window in the darkness to pour down all the turquoise. And he began to speak. He said, son, I made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were, by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind saying, I can see right the bases, or a taste of the West, give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bought a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right.
You gotta know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money while you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough to count when the dealing's done. So, you think you want to be a chopper builder, rider, and do all these cool shows? Well, last night we rolled in. I couldn't get any footage of us coming in because we were so late. They were literally locking the gates behind us. We had to hurry up and throw the bikes out and get all our stuff. Then we made it to the pre-party, where clearly Frank was the hit, but I didn't get my phone out. And then bring us to current. Breakfast from a gas station. Iced honey bun. Vanilla cappuccino so we can get white girls wasted. After sleeping at a rest stop in the van with me and Frankie No Beans. It's 6 o'clock right now. We're up. We're heading back to Fuel Cleveland so we can get our bikes shot. And Sassy's on her way so we can meet up with her and make sure she gets everything unloaded and get her stuff all set up. But everybody wants to do fun chopper shows until it's time to sleep in a rest stop with your dog cuddling on a cot and a sleeping bag. Maybe later when it's light, I'll give you a house tour, tour my van, and you'll be like, man, I don't want to be a chopper builder anymore. No thank you. All right, gas time for Frankie to eat and me to eat, and you guys to leave me alone for a bit. Well, we made it back to Fuel Cleveland. My security guard and Fuel Cleveland security guard had a little confrontation. My security guard, there she is. Tell her, Frank. Tell him, Frank. Tell the world. Don't fuck with her. Won't be no shit. Don't start no shit. Tell her. Tell him. They had a little disagreement about what time we could get in. Well, because he only weighs 250 pounds more than her, he won. Good security. But we made it. It's all ready to go, it looks like. We don't get in for another 2 hours. So what are we gonna do for 2 hours? We're gonna call Let's Prank Our Friends. So we're gonna call other chopper builders that probably just went to bed and wake them up. Sorry, boys. All right, what's up, everybody? We're here at Fuel Cleveland. We've stayed in all the truck stops we can. We've ate all the gas station donuts and gas station coffee. We're living the 100% chopper life. So we're standing in front of this pretty rad chopper that is built by, you are?
Montana.
And you're from, yep, you're from where?
Central Ohio.
Awesome. So she built this chopper. I'm gonna let her tell us all about it, and then it's a pretty rad little wild build for a chick's first build.
Yep. So this is my '92 Evo Sportster 883. Picked her up last year. Came to Fuel last year and decided I wanted to build a chopper. So it's kind of fitting that we're back here with my chopper. Yeah. So my dad, he's built his whole life. So I kind of grew up around it. Just decided to jump in. Really didn't know much. Husband taught me how to use a socket set, and now here we are. So he did all the wiring, pretty much put everything together, painted it all myself, hand painted. I do pinstriping, so faux patina, all done by me. We just got her running last Wednesday, so I'm super happy to be here, and I've been riding it around.
So, what is your favorite part of the bike besides the paint? The paint is
yeah.
absolutely spectacular. I'm a crusty person. I love crust is a must with me. Like, the crustier it is, just take my money. So, what is your favorite part of the bike?
My favorite part, so as I said, my dad builds, so he has a plethora of old parts. It's actually my air cleaner cover here. It's a Panhead era air cleaner cover. It's kind of rare, so it's really special to me that he gave it to me.
And it's actually a Harley Davidson one, and you can tell the way it's all laid out. So it is not an aftermarket one, so that's what's neat. It's actually an original Pan air cleaner cover. So even the headlights, if you look at the headlights, the 2-stage square body headlights, super rad look. A lot of people are turning them like north and south. Problem is you can't see left or right. You can only like a super skinny line. It's a great look unless you like seeing the road. So what Springer is that actually on the front of that?
So this is from TC Bros. It's a 2-over. Yeah. So TC Bro and Lowbrow whole way is what we went. They make it super easy. You know, first time builder. Here we are. So all the resources are, you know, YouTube, Google. Call your friend of the shop.
Yeah. So there you have it. We're gonna go walk around and we'll go check out some more bikes and be back with some more.
Thanks. So bike, I went a little 60s themed. We got a 69 Fiat color on it. And I went ahead and got the Gringo, what is it?
Lane splitter?
Billet Gringo
Yeah,
helmet,
Gringo,
yeah. It looked like a fishbowl, so I just kind of rode with that 60s themed and made it kind of groovy. So I have a fishbowl.
Sweet.
Nick does one too.
I'm like, well, since I got you, like, you watch the home videos, and you're like, oh, this is stuffy. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And like, okay, we fuck up this time. don't be alarmed. This is going to be in front of 30s of people. So,
All right.
Yeah.
It's my big moment.
two times to look at the camera, comfortable.
Hi, killer.
Nope.
Okay, a pup or a miniature?
Miniature. She's over 1. I'm sorry.
Alloy bolts. The garage door opened up, and that truck came out. It was a brand new truck. It was like brand new. Unbelievable. He's a genius. I didn't get any of that information. No, I didn't.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Let's look at another bike. So this is my buddy Nick, and once again we're here at the amazing Fuel Cleveland. And so what everybody needs to know about Nick's actually not far from me. He's probably 30 minutes. His shop's about 30 minutes from my shop, so we kind of run into each other quite a bit. So obviously we became friends, but he has just dabbled his toe into the amazing vintage motorcycle chopper world, which finally people are getting smart. But here we go. So this is Nick. I'm gonna have Nick tell us about his bike. What you got, buddy?
So this is my 84 shovel. I don't know what model it started as, but it's a little bit of a gangbang, for lack of a better word. I like to do weird stuff with engines. Every bike I've ever built has got some kind of bastard engine. So this is a hybrid of a Evo and a shovel. So it's all Evo internals on shovel externals. Just classic 60s and 70s styling. Like, I grew up watching, Billy Lane and Indian Larry build bikes, and I always loved Indian Larry's style, so I kind of tried to do something similar to what Larry would have built.
So who did your paint?
Shithead did my paint. And
What's he actually go by, though? Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows of his Shithead. Is what he's on Instagram as. And just, I told him what color I wanted, he killed it, just like he always does, and it's just, he made this bike what it is. Like, I built a simple bike and Shithead just killed it.
Yeah, I always tell people, so Shithead's my painter as well. Shithead, I love you, you're the best. You make me look like a hero, and I tell everybody all the time, that bike is not near as cool as if he didn't paint it. That guy, he's the true person behind a lot of these bikes to make, he's the hero. He is like, not all heroes wear capes. He happens to wear a mohawk. But anyway, so what frame is this on here?
I believe it's a Paco frame. So I traded a twin cam for what this bike was, and it was an awful shape. I had to cut a lot of stuff out of the frame and pretty much throw away 90% of what the previous person had built, and then went through and cleaned it all up. There were torque bars right here that I cut out. There was just god-awful just mounts galore. Had a really awful wide glide front end, but now it's got this Mullins chain drive, super narrow front end with a spool wheel. So everything's real tight and clean and
Yeah.
real classic.
Nice. So tell us about the first time this bike started.
So I had never kick-started a bike before, and we took it down to Thunder on the Speedway, and I talked to Drew before he got out there, so he helped me get it started. We had played with timing a bit. Drew got it started, and then he immediately christened it, drove it straight through a mud puddle right before the show. So that was awesome. I mean, people were like, "Oh, dude, are you mad about that?" I was like, "No, man. Like, somebody I look up to christened my first Big Twin build." So, I mean, I was thrilled.
So he told me how excited he was about that. I kind of set him up for this. And then I told him, I said, well, what you need to do clearly is raise your standards. Because if you're excited about me riding your bike, you have very low expectations. And I like that. You're kind of like, I like low expectations because I can hit that mark. But all right, my man, this is Nick. Well, where can the guys find you on Instagram or wherever?
Instagram and YouTube, I am STL Nick. It's STL_NIK.
So go give him a follow, go flip him off, do whatever. I don't care. Send him a butthole pic. I don't care. It's his page, not mine. So, all right, guys, thank you. And we'll check back later when we look at some more cool stuff. I'm just getting some clips.
Alright, we're on our way home. Me and Frankie. It's 4 in the morning. We had to stop and get a little sleep. From Fuel Cleveland was as advertised, pretty rad. But the life of a biker once again, and/or builder, the fabulous hotel a la rest stop, pulling with the semis and crash. Well, it's the life I chose, so that's what we get. Until next time, guys, keep it rubber down and shiny side up, and let's rip.